guys, welcome to Gonna Top Him. So I'll be looking at how to remove background using 3 tools in Photoshop. So now let's not jump into Photoshop. Let's go now. So this is the workspace of Photoshop, and the first thing for us to do is to make sure we go to File and then to Open. So these are our 3 images. Let's hit on Ctrl+A on the keyboard to select all 3 images, and then let's hit on Enter on the keyboard or Open to import all 3 images. So let's go with the first one. So first of all, let's hit on Ctrl+O on the keyboard to fit our image to the screen. And then the first tool we'll be looking at is the Magic Eraser tool. The shortcut key is E. So if you can't find it, just right click and then you can see it's there. So this is the Magic Eraser tool. Let's hit on any space at all at these particular areas, and then you see the magic. Let's hit on the Move tool. And then our image is left alone without any background. So you can choose to import any background at all and then put that particular background beneath this particular girl. She looks very beautiful. Let's play with the second one. So this is Sarkodie, the Ghanaian rapper. I love him so much. Shout out to all the Stag natives. So with this, we go up to use the quick selection tool, and the shortcut key is W. So if you can't find it, it's the 4th tool among the tools panel. Just right click and that is it, the quick selection tool. So we can choose to increase and decrease the size of our quick selection tool mouse pointer by going to the property bar over here, and then you can choose to increase it or decrease it. So let's choose 50, and then let's see the magic. So that is it. So we can choose to zoom in by holding on the plus and minus on the keyboard. So Ctrl++ is for zooming in. And then let's deal with this particular side. Let's zoom out holding Ctrl+-. And I think this looks okay. So whilst this is down, the next thing for us to do that on the property bar over here, if you are using Photoshop below 2017 to lesser versions, you won't see select and max over here. All you could see is refine edge. But if you're using 2019, 2020, you can find select and max over here. So let's hit on select and max, and then let's perform our magic. So this is the property options over here, and you can choose to change the view mode to overlay, and then let's fit this problem over here. So we can do that by clicking on that particular side, and then we are good to go. So let's perform some settings over here too. You can choose to play with around the smoothness and also the contrast. Don't deal with this feathering, because when you feather, it will distort. So let's leave our feathering to 0.0 pixels, and then let's check the discontaminate colors, and then always change our output to new layer with layer mask. And then our amount is always set to 100. Let's hit on OK and see the magic. So as you can see, our image is left alone without any background at all. Let's do with the third one, which I love using so much. So first of all, let's first try to fit our image to the screen by holding on Ctrl+O. And the next tool for us to look out is the pen tool. The shortcut key for the pen tool is P. So immediately I click on P, that is it over here. You can right click and then select it over here. So when this is selected, check on the property options over here. If yours is changed from path to shape, make sure you change it from shape to what? To path. And then let's deal with our beautiful girl over here. The pen tool is the most easiest tool whilst working with it. So let's hit on a node over here, and then go to some distance over here, and then create another node. You can choose to zoom in a little And then with this, we can choose to hold down the control key and then direct it for us to get its straightness. So you can choose to create something like this, something like this, something like this, something like this. Let's zoom out a little. This is the most easiest tool among the tools option, and it gives you a very good outcome at the end of your work. So I really love working with the pen tool. I hope you also like it. Let's zoom out a little. Let's go to this session. So whilst working, I'll be forwarding this particular video for us to save time. So please pardon me for that, but I hope you really enjoy working with the pen tool. So yeah, we can create something like this, and then let's straighten it a little. You can choose to hold on the Alt key and then disable this particular area, and then come back again, and then you work towards that particular area too. So take notes of this also. So yeah, once this is done, the next thing for us to look out for is to make sure we right click and then we choose make selection. So let's set our fading radius to 0.5 pixels and then hit OK. So while this is done, we first have to make sure we invest selection. So let's go to select and then choose invest. Let's hit on invest. And the next thing for us to do now is to make sure we add a mask. Is to go to layers and then below are some settings we can choose from. So let's look for add a mask. So this is it. When we click on this, let's see the magic. So here, as you can see, our image is left alone without any background. So let's first deal with this. And because we have used the pen tool over here, all we have to do is to make sure we use our eraser tool. But before we use the eraser tool, let's deal with the pen tool just to remove that particular background there. So as you can see, I'm still working with our pen tool. We are almost there, don't worry. It's very easy and simple. So yeah, so this time we're not going to add a mask because we have already applied a mask to our image. So all we have to do is to make sure we right click and then choose make selection, and then we set our fading radius to 0.5 and then hit OK. And then we make sure we invest by holding on the shortcut key Control plus Shapes plus I, and then make sure we choose the eraser tool instead of making a mask once again. The shortcut key for it is E. Just right click and then that is it. And then we can draw over this area to remove it also. So let's hit on Control plus O to fit our image to the screen, and then make sure we go to select and then deselect to remove our line over here. So as you can see, our image is left alone without any background. It's the most easiest. So if you really love my tutorials and you find it very helpful, make sure you follow me on Kwame Atuapem Tutorial at YouTube, and also Kwame Atuapem Tutorial on Facebook, Kwame Atuapem GH on Instagram, and also Kwame Atuapem GH on Twitter. Make sure you like, you comment, and also you subscribe to this channel of mine. And God will really bless you. Thank you so much. Bye bye.